What's up, guys and gals, and stay tuned because today Bo and I are going to do something a little different and check out a trailer for an upcoming video game here on Critical Hits.
And bad misses.
Hello again, guys and gals, and welcome back to the channel. My name's Clay.
And I'm Bo.
And if you didn't know, Bo and I are both huge into games. If you didn't know that already. Now, I'm not as much into video games as what I used to be, but I still will pick up the controller every now and then and play a few things. And this one here seemed like something, just from seeing some of the still photos of it, seemed like something that would interest me, much like what Oblivion did, much like what a lot of the Elder Scrolls games did. So it's called Dragon Heir, Silent Gods. Have you heard of this one yet?
No, I have not, and I am a little bit more into video games than you are, to the point where it's just here recently that I have kind of stepped away from playing. You know, I've played my share of Fallout 76, GTA 5 online, Ark, you know, all kinds of different ones. Yeah. And I always like the online open world games, and this sounds like it might be kind of that sort of game. I always enjoy playing games that let you get in there with friends and just open world, just do different stuff. It's kind of stuff I like to do.
Yeah, the open world design plus, based upon our love of the fantasy and Dungeons and Dragons settings, that was what always had my attention with the Elder Scrolls, stuff like Oblivion and Skyrim and even Elder Scrolls Online. To me, that was always really, really good and well done. So I'm excited to see this one here, just based upon the fact that it's supposed to be similar from what I understand. And I also think this one is open world, but I don't guess I know that 100% sure, maybe to tell us here in the trailer. But so let's get into this one here and see what we think of this trailer for this video game, Dragon Heir, Silent Gods.
Planes. Multiverses. Each world has its own master. Adventurers raise their torches aloft and race to their finale. Yet there is always an invisible force around. The eternal pivot, the true master. So volatile. So unfathomable, and yet...
Oh? Honest to goodness gold! Oh! By the ancestors' hammers! Would you look at that!
Alright, where's the dragon?
I'm rich!
Right there.
Mind yourself! Come on, folks! We're about to be
what an idiot. Now, make a guess. Where will your fate land?
New verse.
That looked interesting.
It leaves me with a lot of questions, though.
Absolutely, 100% leads to a lot of questions. The first one for me is with the use of the die 20 there in the screen. Is that an indication that this is based on or with the premise of, a role-playing game? Yeah, I mean, it would have to be, but are they aiming this as a Dungeons and Dragons style spinoff, or is it maybe a Pathfinder spinoff, or kind of like what you had said, just a D20, game altogether? That's interesting to me. That's the first question it brings up. What's it bring up for you?
Well, as a game itself, I am interested in those, but I'm also, as video game wise, I'm interested in, is it a multiplayer? Is it one that's going to be online to where you can get with your friends and just play just you and your friends? Or is it going to be one of these where you go out and you can, with all these other MMOs, to where everybody and anybody can get together and play on there? Mm-hmm. Is it, I'd like to know that. Or is it going to be just you play and then, you play as you create your character and you play by yourself and you have a lot of NPCs or something like that? I kind of would like to know that, but it looks like it'd be good.
Yeah.
And it's definitely what you've seen was just a cutscene.
Sure, absolutely. It's definitely not gameplay like it. If they ever come up with a game that has gameplay like that, that's $1 trillion game.
Kind of like Dragon
Heir. Dragon's Lair. Yeah. Dragon's Lair had that really, really cool look, and for it to be, come out in the time frame that it did, it was so far well advanced and so ahead of its time, it wasn't funny. But yeah, definitely cut screens there. But it makes me wonder. At least unless I missed it, I didn't see what platforms it's for. Or if it's multi-platform, I did not see that in there anywhere. So, like you say, I think the biggest one and or at least the biggest question for me is also, is it multiplayer and is it multi-platform? But as far as the look of the game, it had some good humor in it. The three-headed dragon was different. I mean, they took basically a dragon and a hydra, and it looks like they combined them. Although, Tiamat in D&D was considered a dragon, and she had 6 or 7 different heads. But so that's a little bit different to have a multi-headed dragon, but that was still pretty cool. I don't know. For me, it's very hard. I like the look of it, but it's very hard for me to give a grade with confidence on this. I mean, again, if I was just going off what I seen here alone, I would say, okay, critical hit, but I don't feel like that on this one here. I feel like this is more of a hit.
I can see that. That's why I was going to say that I was going to myself do it as I'm giving it a critical hit pending, because depending on what I find out later on if it's going to be on what platforms it's going to be on, what the actual gameplay looks like. Is it going to be just like a regular MMO? Is there going to be something different about it? It could be that it's just going to be a hit. So mine's pending, but it looks like it's going to be a critical hit for me as of right now.
So what did you guys think of this particular video game here and the way that it looks? Is this something that you would play? Is this a particular style of game that you usually enjoy? Let us know what kind of games that you like to play in the comments. Also, let us know if there are any upcoming games that have trailers out that you would like to see us take a look at. Let us know in the comments on that as well. Guys, we appreciate you being here today. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button and notification bell for us so you know when we put up new videos here on Critical Hits
and Bad Misses.